thank you all for coming along tonight, and especially all the ones that has took part and done the courses and got qualifications. On behalf of Queenspark Women's Group, I really appreciate it. And if there's ever anything you can do in the future, come along and let us know. And I think I'll just pass over to young Mark Hospital, who's going to do all the presentations for us. Thank you, Mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been a very joyous evening so far. It was brilliant to see all the kids dancing around, enjoying themselves, and not a stuffy, a nice informal environment, and that's the way I hope that the rest of the evening will present itself. And we're here to celebrate success, and we're here to pat each other on the back, those of you who have taken part in the various courses. But I also think we're here to pay formal tribute to the Queenspark Women's Group and Ian and Sharon in particular, who have had the vision and the tenacity to make all this happen. Whenever I first met them 3.5 years ago, 4 years ago now, and they took a lease on the premises in Portland Avenue, the great McGood said, "It'll never last with no money." And I'm sure the guy whose lease they signed said, "How are you going to pay for it?" And these were two very, very, very determined women, as I'm sure most of you who now know them would testify. So you've got the velvet glove of Ina and the iron fist of Sharon. But between them, the one thing they have in common is an absolute heart of gold, and a heart of gold for this community that we are all very proud to live in, work in and serve. And on a very, very serious note, the work that these women have done in Glenormley, and there's other community activists here tonight to show their support. And I think it's testimony to the fact that 4 out of the 5 political parties are represented here tonight. Several of the other community leaders from across the Glenormley and wider Newton Abbey area are here tonight. And I think we all do sincerely owe Ina and Sharon and the Queenspark Women's Group a very, very, very well-deserved and hearty round of applause. Just before we get to the awards themselves, it is important to recognise our funders, because again, without funding streams, events like tonight and programmes that are put on for the community just can't happen. And the main funder of tonight's proceedings, and again one of the main funders of the various awards, has been the International Fund for Ireland, and they're represented by the other signposters here tonight, Chrissy Cahill. So again, I would like to give Chrissy a round of applause. I don't wish to embarrass anyone else, but I did learn around the table how it all came about. And I think it is important to recognise these things, that whenever Chrissy was looking to target a specific resource, rather than going out to an overall call, and we get the great and the good, and with respect to PricewaterhouseCoopers and the KPMGs, who are good form fillers, she instead went to a trusted confidant in Audrey Wallace, who signposted her specifically to Ian and Sharon as somebody who could deliver. And I think the fact there's over 150 people here tonight proves that she signposted them to the right women. So thank you, Audrey, well done. I also want to thank the Department of Foreign Affairs, which is the Irish Government, Newton Abbey Borough Council, and the North Eastern Education and Library Board. And I would like to pay a particular tribute to the Department of Foreign Affairs, because whenever we started the Queenspark Women's Group in the 50/50 Centre, after a short period where they were funded partially by the police, they don't have the resources to fund them going forward. And really it was colleagues that I had met in Dublin through the peace process from the Department of Foreign Affairs that actually kept the Portland Avenue open and allowed it to go from strength to strength. And obviously as a unionist politician, I want to thank them for their intervention and their help. It's a pity that we had to go outside of our own jurisdiction, but that was the reality, and that's who kept the funding stream going when it was needed. I've been asked to also say a very special thanks to a girl who's been involved, or a lady who's been involved, right from the days of the original 50-50 in terms of organising and taking kids for dance. And I would like to pay a very warm tribute to Jennifer Stewart. Jennifer, I know from both Ina and Sharon that they really do greatly appreciate your work, and it's clear that so do the community, so well done. I'll be calling you up later for that, for your specific end of it. So without further ado, what I would ask everybody, particularly the boys and girls, this will take a few minutes because we're bringing people up individually and they're going to have their picture taken after all the hard work that you've all done. So I would ask for a little bit of order during this process. You know, enjoy the applause that you receive yourself and show good manners to your other fellow recipients. So without further ado, the first award is for the basic first aid course, and I would like to call upon James Harrison from Training and Recruitment House to help present that award, having run that course. So could I ask for Louise Craig? Sarah McNutt. One of the champions of community work in Glengormley, and somebody who I've worked very, very closely with and I've got the utmost respect for, so I'm sorry Kathy, but Kathy Wolf. Bit of order, please, or else we'll send Sharon on you. Jackie Barrow, please. David French, please, collecting on behalf of Colin Brown. So, Colin, collecting all. And I'm sure you're going to raise the leg, because can I ask Jenny Stewart to come up? Jenny's presenting the awards for the Automatic School of Dance under the Fitness and Stamina Program. Lewis Armstrong. So Natalia Black. And I see her dancing earlier, she's pretty good. Brittany Caldwell. Faith Cotter. Tori Lee Dublin. Sharon Dodson. There's a child who doesn't know her name. Tia Ferguson. Brooke Gray. Angel Harroway. Claire McClung. Caitlin McClung. Leah Jimsick. Keegan Key. Shelley McTaggart. Tony Nellens. Ruben Porter. Holly Robinson. Sarah Lily Stevenson. Emily Stewart. Gaia Stewart. Gaia Stewart Altai. Here's the drummer. Sharon Thompson. Megan Walsh. Lily Watson. And Hannah Weston. And one big final cheer again for Jenny. Jenny, I actually need you again here for the freestyle disco dancing. And again, Lois Armstrong. We're going to get a big quick one here. So, Atalia Black. Chloe Dobbin, Chloe McCormick, Leah Dempsey, Shelley Faywick McTaggart, Holly Robinson, Zara Lee Stevenson, Emily Stewart? Kaya Stewart? Sharon Thompson? Megan Walsh? And Lily Watson. And I think it would be well in order for Sharon and Ian to come up and get into the great photograph on again. See if we're getting the display.
Sorry.
Pediatric First Aid, UK, a wee bit of organization. And this is to be presented by Martin Drescher from NDFA Training. Martin. Louise Wade. And a wee plug for a new local business here. David French is collecting an award. He's just opened a business called Borderline Combat, which I understand is something that's quite good crack to get involved in if you're wanting to have a bit of fun. Maybe you can even tell me what people what it is, David, from up here. Why not?
Well, just a new business in Valley Player called Borderline Combat. It's basically airsoft, and we're also now doing Nerf for the younger generation, the future airsofters. That sort of means for the age group of about 7 to 13. So certainly feel free to bring them along every Saturday night from 6 o'clock until 8 o'clock, or the airsoft's usually on every Sunday or midweek as well. If you want to contact me later on, I'll give you more details on that. BorderlineCombat.com.
Claire Marks is collecting on behalf of Rachel McKnight, Tracy O'Connell and Jenny Woodside. Claire. Moving on, we now have a course which is called Understanding Your Culture. And again, I would like to give a very, very warm welcome to one of Queenspark's greatest advocates over the last 15 years, Councillor Noreen McClelland. Louise Craig. You've got a big one on Louise. Jamie Grimble. Should we approve it? Okay. Darren Lindsay. Kids, a wee bit of order there, please. Only a few more people left. James Mason. Stephen Mason. Aaron McTaggart. And finally on this one, Jimmy McTaggart. And your last few awards. Thank you, Dory. The next two awards are for personal development and are from young people who have been involved in the Glenormley youth scene since the 50-50 days. So it's a great pleasure to welcome Darren Lindsay.
Great ladies, I will.
And Jamie McTaggart. And a course that's very close to my heart, that of the Young Entrepreneurs course. And could I call forward Charlie McTaggart? Nelson. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that brings us to the end of the awards, and I have to say, as I'm sure my fellow councillors will say, that it's actually been one of the best, well-kept evenings that we have presented awards for this length of time. Let me tell you, the kids were better behaved than most of the adults at the awards teams we go to, so congratulations to everybody. Brilliant night. And now we have a highlight of the evening. No pressure here. Can I call on the steward again to come up and introduce our group?
shall never be the thing. I'm so lost without your arms. You still keep it some stories that I never understood. I will continue to stay by your side. When my heart is where you reside. Keep on breathing for me alone. For all your family and your sons. I wanna go to bed with the kids on my head. We'll say goodbye. If waiting for you is the only way. When my heart is where you will stay. Without me, you are all I have. Missing you is making me feel sad. Not hearing your voice is making me mad. I wanna scream out loud, I love you, Dad. And I want to goodbye. If waiting for you is the only way. If my heart is where you will stay. Without me, you are all I have. Missing you is making me feel sad. Not hearing your voice is making me mad. I wanna scream out loud, I love you, Dad. And I want you. I keep wiping tears from my face. The memories we share will never be the same. I'm so lost without your arms. You still keep it some stories that I never